finishing Sefer Vayikra. Chazak, chazak, v'nis chazek. So in the last several psukim of Parshas Behar-Bechukosai, in which we finish Sefer Vayikra, there are two interesting halachas. Im kol yigal ish mimasroi chamishi so yosif olav. If you donate something to the Beis Hamikdash that can be redeemed, so halacha is you're allowed to redeem it, but you have to add 20%. Im kol yigal ish mimasroi chamishi so 1/5 yosif olav. And then the second to last pasuk is Lo yivaker ben tayv l'ra v'lo yimirenu im homer yimirenu v'hayahu usmurasa yakadesh lo yigael. This is halacha called Tmura, which is in fact an entire Masechta in Shas and Seder Kodshim. And the basics of the halacha of Tmura is that if you go ahead and you donate you want to bring a korban to the Rebbeinu Shalom, and you pick this cow, so then you see another cow for whatever reason, and you want to switch it. Okay, listen, yeah, I'm going to go and bring this korban, I'm going to bring this cow or this sheep or whatever it may be. Lo yevaker ben tayv l'ra v'lo yimirenu. Don't say, well, this is a better one, I switch it with that. No. Im homer yimirenu. And if you go ahead and say, okay, zeh tachazeh, this is in place of that, guess what? Vayahu usmurasai yikadesh. You can't do that. And both of the animals, both of the cows, or both of the lambs, or both of the goats, they're both kodesh. They have to be brought on the mizbeach. Halach of Tmura. And then the final pasuk of Sefer Vayikra is Eila mitzvahs asher tziva Hashem es Moshe b'nei Yisrael Behar Sinai. Chazak, chazak, v'nis chazek. So the pashtus is that this last pasuk, Eila mitzvahs asher tziva Hashem, this is referring to all of Sefer Vayikra. Sefer Vayikra is jam-packed with different mitzvahs, korbanos, other mitzvahs, arayos, all kohanim, etc., etc. This is a sefer full of mitzvahs. So the pasuk is the sefer, goes ahead and synopsizes. Eila mitzvahs asher tziva Hashem es Moshe b'Har Sinai. These are the mitzvahs Rebbeinu Shalom gave Moshe Rabbeinu. That's the pashtus of the pasuk. The last pasuk is a summation of the entire Sefer Vayikra. The Sefer Yalkut Yehuda has a different take. No, this is not referring to the entirety of Sefer Vayikra, all the mitzvahs. It's referring to these last two psukim. The pasuk that if you go ahead and you redeem something, you have to go ahead and pay 20% more. And if you try to go ahead and switch the korbanos, they won't both wind up kodesh. The Sefer Yalkut Yehuda says that Eila HaMitzvahs is referring to these specific two mitzvahs, because this is what Torah is all about. These two mitzvahs, adding 20% to a redemption, and if you try to switch behemoths, both are behemoths or kodesh, that is the essence of the Torah. Eila HaMitzvahs. This synopsizes the entire Torah. Why is that? So the answer to that lies in a Rambam at the very end of Hilchos Tmura. It is worthwhile for you to go ahead and to read this Rambam. Says the Rambam, Af al pi shekol chukei HaTorah gzeiros hem, even though ultimately everything is a gzeiros hakosov, this is what God said, and we have to do it whether we understand it or not. Roi lispainen bahen, v'chol ma she'ata yochel yitein leitam, tein leitam. Yes, ultimately some things we can't understand why. Why is shatnez osar? Why is chazer osar? Why does an animal have to be shechted from the front, not from the back? We don't know a lot of these things. But where you can figure it out, then you can try to explain it. Harei omru chachomim harishenim shamelach Shlomo havin roiv hatam kol chukei haTorah. Shlomo HaMelech, in fact, did understand it. Yeroi Ali, says the Rambam. Shezeh shamar kosa v'hoya hu smurasa yekedesh. The reason for the mitzvah of Tmura, that both animals remain holy, and why we have to go ahead and add 20% if we redeem something. You're the Torah l'seif machsheva sa'adam v'ktas yitzrei hara, because the Torah understands human beings. Sheteva shalodam naita l'harbais kinyonai v'lochas almamainai, because people like money. And people like to make money and collect money and have money. And the Ram continues, and people are very stingy when it comes to their money. Because if you go ahead and you donate something, hey, maybe I shouldn't have done this, and therefore I want to redeem it, says the Torah. You want to redeem it, you'll redeem it for less than it is. No, you have to have 20%. And if you want that and donate a korban, Shema Yachser boy, maybe you'll have second thoughts, buyer's remorse. Guess what? You'll do a switcheroo, but the second animal ain't going to be as good as the first rando. And if you can say, okay, you can switch from good to bad, but not from bad to good, guess what? You'll always say, no, this is better. Said, no switching. And there's a punishment. Listen to this. This is all what Torah is about, to improve us as human beings. V'roiv dinei haTorah, and much of the Torah, eino ela eitzos mirochak migadol ha'eitz l'sakin hadeyos u'yasher kol ha'maisin. That's why God gave us a Torah, to make us into better people, more perfect human beings. V'chein hu omer, quotes the pasuk in Mishnah, chasavti l'cha shlishi b'mo atzos v'das l'hodiacha koishet imre emes, so that you should be honest. L'hoshiv amorim emes l'shav. That's why there's a mitzvah of Tmura, because Torah knows how people are. And the whole tachlis of Torah is to improve us. If we're stingy, to go ahead and make us generous. And if we're too generous, to know how to limit ourselves. And that's all what Torah is about. To improve the human condition, to improve human beings. And that's why the Yalkut Yehuda says that the pasuk Eila HaMitzvahs is referring to these two specific mitzvahs. Because these are examples of how the Torah goes ahead, understands human beings, understands their gates of horror, understands their stinginess sometimes, and therefore that's why the Torah is doing this over here, and that's the Yesod of Kol HaTorah Kula.